listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23 After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23 After Show.
Hey everyone, Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another AfterBuzz After Show for Season 2, Episode 6 of Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. The episode is Bar Lies. Annika is already laughing at me, probably because I just ate a chip really fast.
That's exactly why I'm laughing at
and I'm still choking on it a little bit.
Get it together, T. Get it together.
Getting it together. Focus. Okay, hey everyone, I am Tiona Hobson, and joined with me tonight are my lovely co-hosts, who I'll let introduce themselves.
I'm Jason Ikeler.
I'm Annika Michelle.
And I'm Stephen Lemieux.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so
I know, it's crazy. I'm actually here.
And you got to watch the episode.
I did, and honestly, I hardly ever get to watch the episode, and you know, this one was good. I wasn't like laughing from the beginning to the end, but it was honestly, it was good.
It had moments that you were laughing.
Yeah.
This was one of the episodes that was actually recorded for last season that never aired, and then they put it in the middle, but I still liked it.
Because, I mean, June was back working at a coffee shop when last week she had a job.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I actually didn't catch that till you just said that.
Yeah. These are the little tricks, you know? You got to notice these things,
Little
Jason.
things. But Bar Lies is the name of the episode, and I have gotten caught in some bar lies before, so I very well relate to the characters and the situations.
Did the bar lies get you free drinks?
No. No, they didn't.
You are telling
well, I'm going to have to work on that.
Right. Learn from Chloe.
Okay, let's get into this episode, this Bar Lies. I love that they kind of did the typical Apartment 23 style where they've started at the end of the episode and then brought you backwards. You know, it starts with James as he's about to take stage for Dancing with the Stars, and before everything just goes crazy, and June's little inner monologue about lying and being honest, which I think is a trait that all of us could use, since Jason over here likes to do bar lies as
Honest
well.
Abe.
Honest Abe.
Honestly, I think at the end of this episode we should do a little special segment of like
What bar
the
lies
bar
we've
lies
said.
we have actually told people.
Oh,
Okay, we'll do that. Let's
I like
remember
that.
to do that.
Stay tuned.
So June, of course, is talking about how her mom raised her to be honest, and they have their nickname because they are descendants of Abraham Lincoln, so they are the honest Colburns.
Honest Colburns. One of the things I loved about this episode, too, is that all of the characters who aren't normally featured a lot, Connie and Luther, are in it the whole episode just as much as the main characters, so it was fun to get to see them interact and see their characters a little bit more.
I even enjoyed seeing Pastor Jen.
Yeah, she was
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
In her little robe while she's eating, giving advice.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
She's a mess.
She's awesome, though. I wish my pastor was like that. You know, just crazy. Anyways, so Chloe and June are, of course, on their own little side story adventure with these bar lies at James's going away party. We see Chloe telling the bartender a lie that, what was the first one?
She was in one of those.
Oh, she was a child star.
Baby.
She was a baby child star. And
Three men and a baby.
She was the baby child star, and she has framed photos of herself wrapped in Ted Danson's wig.
And then she says she's Katie Holmes' cousin. And
They did a threesome.
Yeah, she said they did a threesome with James, and she's like, we're cousins, but we're as close as sisters, which is really weird.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. Because I guess only sisters have threesomes with people, not cousins.
Right.
That's
Well,
the
and
rule.
then you see her in all these different bars, and then the next one, she's in the bar where she invented she tells the guy she invented the yellow sports line. I don't know what she was talking about because I don't watch sports.
In football
Yeah, I
games, like when you're watching the football game and somebody gets a first down, or the goal to get a
Oh.
first down is that little highlighted yellow line over where they
Oh.
need to get past.
Oh,
So she invented just the highlighted yellow line they put over the field.
clever. And so she's getting free drinks through there, and then her dog actually made a cameo in this episode, and that's her real dog. She tweeted about it, but she was saying this is the dog from
Oh, played
Little-
Sandy and
Little
Annie,
Orphan Annie.
yeah.
on the
Mhm.
production of
Broadway.
Annie for however long. Even though Annie, that would have been a really old dog, or
Yeah.
Annie
Right.
Annie just reopened
On
on
Broadway.
Broadway, so that's probably a really old dog if it was on the original.
that lie would not have flown by you.
Yeah, no, not by me. Not in my Broadway shows. But I love how June's always kind of popping up with her Jimmy Fallon line, like, oh, what are your thoughts on Jimmy Fallon? And she tells her, you're lucky you have me, and that everyone has an opinion on Jimmy Fallon. And I love that the bartender says, that he likes that Jimmy Fallon laughs at his own jokes, so it makes it okay for you to laugh.
Right.
Because I feel that way when I'm watching Jimmy Fallon all the time, because he's always laughing. I'm like, oh, okay, this is the part where I'm supposed to laugh. Got it.
He's
okay.
laughing,
join
so
in
it's
with
funny.
it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's so true about him. So
That's really funny.
I thought that was awesome. And then Chloe is now pretending to be a realtor. Or James calls June to ask her to go leave a check out for his maid because he forgot to leave one out, and he's already in LA doing Dancing with the Stars. And so when June shows up, Chloe is there with having an open house. Basically, she has printed out business cards, like advertisements on bus benches and just everything. She is really, you can tell this is definitely something that she's up
Well, that's
to
what I
a lot.
love the most about her is like as soon as James goes and does something, she will use it to her advantage. So you see the billboard that's like, stay in James Vanderbeek's house.
Yeah.
And then of course June calls her out on it, and they get into this kind of back and forth thing where June again is like, Chloe, you need to be honest. And Chloe says, I wrote it down, you can't be dishonest with your mouth shut. So like you don't have to tell James if you just keep your mouth shut. You're not lying. I'm the guilty one here. Like just butt out.
And I love how she tries to bribe Chloe. I mean, Chloe tries to bribe June because she's like, throws her the olive tasting party,
Oh yeah.
olive oil party, and she's like, just come here, I have something for you. And then next thing you know, there's a party going on in James Vanderbeek's house.
It's like, you can't tell James, you threw your olive oil party
Right.
here.
Like, gotcha.
You're just as guilty as me.
And really quick, I want to do a shout out to Dominic Dierkes. He is the actor I was talking about who is a part of. It's called Derek Comedy, and it's where Donald Glover got his start. Who
Oh,
you'll see him in
wow.
you'll see him in Community and lots of stuff like that. But he was the white guy, kind of nerdy looking guy at the bar,
the
talking about
bar.
the sports thing. So I mean, it's really cool to see him on TV. Definitely check out Derek Comedy online.
Yeah.
We'll do that now.
There
'cause
is.
And
I-
check,
They-
and check out Community because Donald Glover
Oh, it's
is
great.
hilarious.
Actually, just check out Don't Trust the Bee.
Oh.
Don't watch anything else.
Why don't you just check me out?
Yeah. Single.
This is not a
Like
dating
a
site.
match.com.
Follow me on Twitter.
AfterBuzz TV is OkCupid,
Oh my gosh.
the newest version.
So anyway, once June finds out that Chloe's lying about all this stuff, she feels like so guilty that she has to tell James, but she's like, I'm just going to avoid him. I'm going to take her advice. I'm not going to talk. And so there's that funny little scene where she's flipping through the TV channels and he's on every channel, like and saying something to remind her, like, oh, she should tell him.
And my favorite one, of course, was the Dawson's Creek episode
Right.
where he, turns to the camera. It's like, and my friend would tell me if, another friend was using my apartment to solicit, people. And that was just great because I'm a huge Dawson's Creek fan, rewatching the seasons on Netflix right now. So
I like how bad the wig was too, though.
Yeah, it
Because
was
like
just
they have
horrible.
the blonde hair, but then they have like his sideburns out, just the hair. Like it's obviously him.
and the back of that head was clearly not Katie Holmes.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, and then the creepy neighbor pops in too, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
he was talking about like baby shows or
Yeah,
something.
like if you want a C-section of life or something, if you want
And
to
then-
watch a C-section.
Yeah, and he said something about like it's when you want to have sex with a bowling pin, and then everybody you see
Right.
looks like a bowling pin. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, if you want the best show about C-sections, it's Slice of Life.
Right.
What?
The awkward neighbor, gotta love him.
Well, he was that actor started on a show called Secret Girlfriend that was on Comedy Central, and it
Okay.
only got one season, but it was absolutely hilarious. So he's just the
He was
same
really
character in this show. Though.
He's got one, but he does it well.
He's getting work, guys. For this one.
So then, after all that is when she like
she
goes
goes
to
to-
Pastor Jen, and
find out that Pastor Jen is living in her office because she's having some marital issues because of omission of stuff, which
truth.
is of the truth.
And was that in the season finale last season where we find out Pastor Jen was having an affair? It was in one of the...
June ran into her at a restaurant, and they were just saying hi, and Pastor Jen was like, "What? No, that's not my husband. It's okay though." And like she just spills the beans to June when all she was trying to say was hello. Or I don't even think June saw her at first. Like
I think that's what
Jen,
she says. Like, I never saw you.
Right.
Yeah.
The guilty conscience comes out.
Just awkward. But I like how at the end of the scene, Pastor Jen goes, "I don't have time for metaphors, June. I cheated on my husband."
It's like it wasn't a metaphor. You basically said it's like
you've basically said it 3 times already.
It was omission to tell my husband I was just out instead of out with the only man who can make my heart fly.
I don't think the issue here was lying. Pretty sure it was the affair.
Yeah.
And I just spit everywhere. If you saw that.
Yeah.
We didn't, but now we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the guilty conscience just
I
making
know.
you come out with it.
It's just because I'm so truthful all the time.
It
Yeah,
is.
sure.
Thank you.
You're turning over a new leaf, Jason. That's what's happening
We're
right
proud
now.
of
Praise.
Watching this episode has made you honest.
Change.
So then June, after talking to Pastor Jen and about the mission of truth, she decides to confess to her mom via Skype that she had the olive oil party that they were supposed to have together without her.
Because Connie was going to come visit June in New York.
Yeah, and
Right.
I don't know. I mean, June just felt so guilty about having this olive oil tasting party. My mom would be so upset if I had that without her. Not really at all.
I know,
I've
I was-
actually don't judge, guys. I've actually not. It wasn't like a party, but long story short, I ended up in like an olive oil store, and we had like olive oil tasting with my friend. Didn't plan on doing this at all, and
You're joking, right?
Wait, I didn't
No,
even know
I'm
that was a
not.
real
No,
thing.
I didn't know
I'm
this
not,
was a real
I'm not
thing.
kidding. I wish I was. We literally probably tried over 30 different like olive oils and vinegars, like shots of it, and
Wait, you took
You
shots?
take shots of
Or you like
No,
dip
like-
bread in it, right?
Do you get a buzz?
no, you honestly get like some sort of. I should probably just stop. But
keep
you
going.
No,
know,
yeah, tell me more.
We need to know what this is.
we ended up in this like olive oil like elite store in Beverly Hills, and we started like it was new, and they have flavors like chocolate olive oil, like strawberry shortcake, and you just like drink it, and it tastes like dessert, and you don't realize it's olive oil and vinegar that you're downing. Not a good combination, guys. Like we
Mind is blown right now.
Yeah.
we like it. So we
Do
had
you cook with like chocolate olive oil?
people do. They said they use it in salads.
Wait, but it
and
gets you
stuff.
drunk?
No, I don't
Oh.
know. It's just like you get this like.
that was what I got from that. I was going to say we should do
She
that
just
for
said
research.
they weren't a good combo. Like maybe
Yeah,
she got sick
was-
afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah,
or
it wasn't a
something.
good combo of stuff to do. I don't know what we were thinking, but 30 shots later of olive oil and vinegar.
Man, I'm gonna double fist some 40s of straight
We
Bertoli
were,
right here.
uh,
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I get
That's-
the party.
You got
I
it.
get the
Yeah.
importance
Back
of
to the episode.
the bread with
Sorry.
the.
So the olive oil party confession leads to June also confessing to her mom about Chloe's little secret about James's apartment, which is when the whole reveal comes that June's mom, Connie, actually ditched her to go to LA to see James perform on Dancing with the
Which
Stars.
I would like to give Tiona props for because she totally
you.
called that in
She
her
did.
predictions
Wow,
last
she
week.
did.
Right?
Happened right away. That was smooth. Did you know that
It was
gonna
like I was
happen?
psychic.
You
No,
were.
I wish I was right about most things in life,
Admit
but
Admit it, you
Not
snuck
that.
into the writer's room when they were writing.
yeah,
this.
I bribed a PA to tell
We-
me what was happening.
There was one scene that I want to bring up when we're talking about the confession. What leads her to the confession is that like she can't stand the guilt because of all these lies and everyone's lying around, and then it like brings up her mom and her mom lying to her and all these lies that she told her over the years. Like I think I remember some of them. One of them was like, was the dog's name like Fluffy or Harry or something?
Yeah.
Ruffy.
Ruffy, yeah. It's like
Oh.
Ruff
Ruffy.
Ruff.
We took Ruffy to a nice farm. Well, the reason that your mommy and daddy were in the same sleeping bag was because we were cold, and mommy was at your daddy's feet because he had a splinter.
So good. Oh, that was amazing.
It's like,
Well, and then I think you're also seeing at this point too that to Connie, like James is more important than her own daughter. Like she's lying to her daughter, like I can't come to New York, and she's really almost a little
LA.
bit like June. Like they're both just so fascinated by James.
yes, they are, which I mean leads to June kind of asking, like, well, what about the honest Coburns and stuff, which Stephen was Colburns. I keep saying Coburns for some reason tonight, which leads to why Stephen was telling the flashback stories, and then that just kind of triggers June into the state of, you know what? Everyone else is lying. I'm gonna start lying now. Like, 2 can play that game. Bring it on, world.
and she just goes cray and then goes off on this tangent where she's calling all these strangers. She's like, no, I can't come to the 6th grade reunion because I'm having an affair with Johnny Depp.
Right. She goes to the extreme of lies.
Yeah, it's like if you're
I live
gonna
in
lie.
France,
Yeah.
okay, and Vanessa's gonna be there, so I have to find out how to be there. And
Yeah.
I think it was like telemarketers.
Telemarketers.
Yeah,
No,
like
I have 7
calling.
kids of my own. Ryan, go be nice to your brother.
and I'm obese,
Yeah.
and I got.
I can't work.
It reminded me a little bit of the Thanksgiving episode when Chloe was calling all the guys on
Oh.
Thanksgiving to tell them who she slept with.
Yes.
Like just calling all these people and almost like kind of ruining their lives a little bit. And
Yeah.
less dramatic, but similar.
Yeah, June, if you're gonna start off lying, you gotta start small and build
Right.
your way up. You can't start to the
Extreme.
extreme.
Which, because that was the theory she was going to do when she was telling the truth, too. Like, she was going to call her mom and tell her about the olive tasting.
Yeah.
And then call James and be like, hey, Chloe's sleeping at your apartment.
Well, you kind of course, like, who called it? Tiana?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you totally called it, and I wonder if we're gonna get like next episode some kind of scene of, well, either James Van Der Beek is gonna have Christmas with June's family, or Van Der Beek, and Luther will be there too, of course,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's just, I think there's gonna be some kind of drama between her and her mom because he's stealing her as a mom, and
Yeah.
he said this. Well, he takes her phone and just walks away with it. But he had that great little line where he was like, "Oh, is that my favorite milk? Mom, I like to talk to."
Yeah.
So good.
So funny.
Hilarious.
And then while June's at this bar, she's told many different people a lot of different things, and Chloe shows up, and she had just told the bartender that she was some sort of whiskey.
She's like a
Taster-
whiskey sommelier, and she has to try all the
try
whiskeys
all
there.
the whiskeys for free, which of course he gives her the glass, and she takes a sip. Oh yes, it definitely tastes smoky. And he goes, "That's iced tea. You're a horrible liar."
That'll be $16.
That'll be $16.
And then her
just shut down.
her and Chloe have this interaction where Chloe's telling her, like, it's okay if you're lying to strangers, but you can't, like, the bar lies are for fun. And I don't know, she's trying to get something out of him where, like, I feel like June's just going into the bar and I'm going to lie to you, you, and you.
Well, June's just so good at lying already that I guess it just kind of comes off easy on
Yeah.
her. And what was one of the other things that, Chloe's
Chloe,
so
yeah.
good at lying, yeah. And one of the other things that June says was, and I told that guy that I was like the official body inspector for Sexiest Man of the Year. I'm going to cash in on that a little later.
So it's kind of like after the bartender tells her that she's a horrible liar, you kind of start to think like, well, do those other guys that she was lying to, do they actually believe she's who she says she is, or do they think this girl's full of shit too? And you know,
Well, if all
Crazy white
fails,
girl.
yeah,
just talk about Jimmy Fallon if all fails.
yeah,
Yeah,
if all
that's
else
true.
fails,
That
ask
works.
someone about Jimmy
What is
Fallon.
your opinion on Jimmy Fallon, Jason?
I like him as a person. I don't think he's funny.
You don't like him?
I don't like him. I mean, I think he's cute, I guess.
It's like third grade,
Is that
like,
the-
do
yeah.
you like Jimmy Fallon? Yes, no,
circle yes or
maybe.
no.
All
I
right,
think
Tiana,
he's-
what is your opinion on Jimmy Fallon?
I think
Oh.
Jimmy Fallon is hilarious because he laughs at his own jokes just like I do. That's all I
Well,
have
that was
to
kind of
say.
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
sorry.
get back. Before we get back into the show, though, let's talk about iTunes. If you have a second, please go into iTunes, search AfterBuzz TV. Within there, go to Don't Trust the Bee. Find us, like us, subscribe to us, leave us a comment, tell a friend. Yeah.
Leave us some love,
Yeah,
guys.
give us some love. We only have like 4 comments or something right now. So if you comment on our page, we will give you a shout out on the show. Promise. And make
a
it
good
nice.
comment.
Yeah.
Make it nice comment.
Yeah. If it's mean, we're not going to give you a shout out.
I'll give you a shout out if it's mean.
Perfect.
Steve.
But yeah, be honest. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. We're here to listen to you guys. We do the show for you. So let us know how we can make your experience here a lot better. Now let's talk about James and Luther.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I think the first time we see them together is when they're on besides the party that we've already talked about, they're on the set in LA
The
and
golf cart.
they're driving and Luther has like this head wrap and sunglasses and he's like, we're like Lucy and Desi.
I love it.
Did you get that joke, Jason?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I watched I Love Lucy.
Okay, I only ask because there are some times when, like, you know, people don't get it. Sometimes jokes could be a little dated. People might not know.
Sorry,
so.
I'm not old.
I am. So thanks for that, Jason. Yeah, and then I love that when we move into when they're at the rehearsals and Dean Cain and Karina Smirnoff are rehearsing. Who, by the way, big props to
Shout
Dean
out
Cain.
to Dean and Karina.
Dean and Karina for doing the show tonight
Yeah.
because it kind of made it very exciting to see a real Dancing with the Star pro on the show.
Yeah, it just made it seem like very realistic. Like this is
exactly.
what happens behind the scenes or something.
Exactly. So when we're seeing them rehearse and James and his partner Valentina are watching, and I love that I almost called him Ray, Luther, turns to James and goes, I let Dean borrow your bronzer. And James starts freaking out. He goes, it's okay, calm down, it's fine, and just like fans him. And that's what makes me love Luther's character so much, is that he does care so much about James that he knew he was going to freak out. I don't know why he chose that moment to tell him that
Right,
he
out
had
of
I
let
think he
yeah.
has sort of a guilty conscience too, though, because he doesn't want to disappoint James at all either. Like, because we kind of feel like he's in love with him, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Okay.
Luther totally reminds me of Mugatu's assistant from Zoolander. When he gives him the soy latte,
yes.
just throws it all over, and he like grabs the dog. Totally reminds me of that. And then when they're on the golf court, of course, and before he even knows that Chloe's been renting out his house, he's like, oh, and just write the check to so and so, and go into my house. The doorman,
yes.
the doorman's name is, passes the phone to Luther.
Right.
It's Martin, and do this, and don't have Chloe do it because you don't trust her.
I can't trust Chloe to do it anyways. I love that. I love that they know each other so well too. It's like that
Yeah, the
assistant
chemistry.
bonding, but it's to the point of where they actually are friends too.
Yeah.
It's not just like, you're my assistant, do what I say.
Right.
I'd also like to say James is a really good dancer.
A
No,
really
he's
good
really
dancer.
good. Really good.
Like he rocked it. I follow this thing on Twitter. It's called the Roach in Apartment 23.
Yeah.
And it's somebody on set. We don't know who it is, but they kind of like spill details about the show. It's really funny. But they were saying he worked with the dance instructor for a while for this episode. So
Well, especially at the
Not
end, he's
all
like,
natural.
I worked so
Yeah,
hard for this routine,
Yeah.
and you're gonna see it.
I love how he did the stairs. He went up the stairs and he did the jump off and like
Yeah.
the toe touch. Reminded me of Derek Huff. I don't know if you guys watched it this season.
Yeah.
But Derek did that, and I was like, if you're gonna copy anybody, James, you might as well copy the best.
yeah,
He's won 3
Exactly.
times on the show, so
big Dancing with the Stars fan.
I am a huge Dancing with the Stars fan. I love that show.
I don't know why we were evil laughing that.
I
Let's do it
know.
some more though.
I don't think I got one.
You're just so nice.
I know. I'm just a very nice person.
And a big shout out to Dean Cain for rocking that sleeveless tuxedo
Yeah.
shirt.
When he
Yeah.
takes it off.
When he takes it off, it completely threw me because I wasn't expecting that to be underneath, and it kind of got me thinking, like, is everyone rocking the sleeveless underneath there when they're out there dancing? Because
I think they usually like to rip it off,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess.
from what I've seen.
Yeah, but there was a good truth to that scene in that like they're watching Dean Cain dance and they're just like, oh my god, how are we gonna beat him? Like he's so good, he's so good. And then the roles are completely switched. Like, oh my god, how am I gonna beat him? They're so good. It's like that's exactly how it is when you're in a competition. You create your own thing. It's so good. You have the biggest like respect for it, and then you see someone else's and you're like, oh my god, theirs is so good.
Well, it's funny too because with Dancing with the Stars, I feel like you're supposed to think like, oh, they're all friends backstage, but you know they're all really out to get each other.
It's a friendly competition.
Yeah.
That's what we'll.
But you want to
put it.
win.
But
You do want to win. You want to win
I
the
mean,
mirror ball.
No one's gonna like go out and like club anyone in
Yeah.
the knee or anything. It's not the Olympics, but it
But
is.
Right?
it is
Dancing with the
That's-
Stars gone wild.
I can't
Nancy
say
Kerrigan?
too soon, but I want to say too soon.
It's been like
Yeah, it's
15
been a
years.
while.
It's been a
Come
long
on.
time.
You can joke about it now, Nancy, right? Come on.
Nance.
Nance.
We're on a first name basis here. Bless you,
So
Steven.
anyway, James ends up getting drugged by Connie.
Honey.
On accident.
Accidentally. She's trying to give him tea because she said it's like a hug for your insides. But we find out that this tea is something she bought in Chinatown. And she can't read the label, and it drugs him. And so he goes out to perform this dance, and he's like crawling, and it's really awkward, and you feel terrible.
Which is another thing that he's great at, because we saw him at the rehearsals being a great dancer, and then we saw him during the actual performance being a great bad performer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he was so funny in that scene, how he just couldn't find his footing and he's mumbling and crawling and
Yeah, it comes crawling to the door.
yeah.
How many people are watching me right now? There's like 20 million people watching you. It's too many millions. It's too many millions.
It's so sad. And you also see like Chloe and June watching it back in New York, and they're just kind of like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And my favorite line from the whole episode is when Luther's like yelling at Connie, like, I can't believe you did this, and he goes, bitch, you dosed him.
I liked it when like you see the first dance routine and he opens the door, he just swings the door open like this. And at the end he's like, you just hear banging on the door until she opens it. And he's like,
Like, oh, I can't. We've all been there.
and then it's like, tea is like a hug for your insides. Well, how about you give me a hug for your outsides?
Outsides.
No, your arms go under James's.
And that look of pure bliss and joy that Luther's face was
When he's like
Yeah.
touching
When
James'
he's
Like,
hand,
hugging
you're
in
being.
there.
He's just like, oh, this is what heaven feels like.
Yeah. Love. Loves them.
He was just so happy in that moment. So then, of course, Chloe and June were watching at home, and they're talking to James afterwards, and he asked, how bad was it? And June goes, it was horrible. Your career is ruined. Honesty. It's all about honesty.
Yeah, she-
No.
It's like,
concern
well,
for
but, you
feeling.
know, can't say that she's a bad friend because she lied to you, because that's the one friend that's going to keep everything very
Tell you the
honest.
truth.
Tell you the truth. Hey, do I look fat in this sweater? Yes, you do.
That's
But
the
she
scene right
Change
there.
it.
And she
Oh.
doesn't even have like a
There it
nice
is.
way of saying it. She just is like blunt and on it. It's like no concern for feeling.
And I
Well-
love that she was so happy that she had done it. She's like, I told
Yeah.
the truth. See?
Well, that's another role reversal because you see Chloe's like, it's not that bad, and then she just grabs the phone. It's horrible. Your career is ruined, and it's just complete role reversal between the
yeah.
two.
Yeah.
It's great. There
And-
it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
And I do love that to wrap up the episode, they did show us the full dance that James
Yeah.
and
He worked
Valentina
hard.
did. And yeah, he worked really hard. He did a great job. And I mean, he did say, think I saw him tweet that he has been asked to do Dancing with the Stars before. He's just always so busy that he's not actually able to do it, but he would like to go on the show one day, hopefully.
That
So,
would
I
be
could
good.
see him on there like this next season.
yeah, I don't know if that's like cheating because you already were kind of on it for a show.
I don't think so.
No.
That doesn't
No, you
count.
don't think it's
We'll let it slide.
I mean, he worked. Yeah, we'll let
We
it
won't
slide.
count
We
it.
won't count that. We'll let you still
We'll
stay
still
on the-
vote for you, James.
No big deal.
All right, so let's go into our special segment.
Yeah, let's what should I do for the sound effect for this special segment?
Uh-oh.
It's
Uh,
gonna be who knows with
it's-
Steven. It's gonna be something. Bar lies. Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
AfterBuzz TV bar lies.
This is so
Uh-oh.
appropriate. Mom, if you're listening, please turn it off right now. Before I go into
And
this.
after that warning, all right, Annika,
No!
are you gonna start?
No, you
Okay, I'll start. Okay. Some of my best work comes in Vegas.
Oh, God.
And I like to do accents when I've had a couple drinks.
Oh, no.
So I was literally talking to one guy to my right in a Southern Belle accent that I was from Louisiana, like Britney Spears, and turning right next to the next guy sitting next to me and talking in a British accent, and that I was from London.
That's good.
That is
I
my
would-
best bar lie.
I would love
No?
to watch that.
Did you,
Okay.
Did you ant me?
I did.
Ready
Oh.
for mine?
Sure, go for it.
Can I get some music?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll wait.
Let me do some.
I feel like fairies dancing in a meadow.
It's like I
Oh.
want to. You know what? Hold on for 1 second. I'm gonna find some good.
Okay.
I thought mine was pretty good.
You took mine.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Here we
sorry.
go. I was at a bar in Santa Monica, and there was a line to get in, and they were telling us like the bar is closed, you can't come in. So I told the promotions girl that I worked for a very popular website that I won't name, and I said I was sent here to blog about your company, and if I don't get in, you'll be getting terrible reviews. And I got in and I got bottle service.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Okay, his is better than
No,
mine.
his
Yeah,
wins.
that was good. I
You
will.
win.
Annika, we have to hear yours.
Tiona took mine. It's exactly what happened. Like I faked like someone heard an accent and.
Okay,
I
you
did
gotta
that.
think. You gotta think of another one, and I'll give you.
Yeah, I want to hear yours. Oh.
Oh geez.
This is for you, Tiana.
You mean Annika?
Annika.
I totally said yeah. Annika.
He looked at her while he said it.
We
It
look
counts.
so much alike.
So much.
Okay.
Oh jeez. I don't know. I think I like said I was like bi-coastal or something. I said I didn't live here. I was like, oh, I live here half the year. I live in New York, and then every time they wanted to hang out, I was making sure I was in New York. So I was like, not in LA today. Sorry.
That's like an ongoing lie.
That
That's
is
good.
kind of an ongoing lie.
I respect that.
As long as they're not listening to this podcast,
Yeah.
you'll be good. All right, so I got one. It's all right. Let's see here.
Oh. Oh, this is scary.
This is a scary story, Steven?
I killed
No.
someone.
Yeah,
Right.
killed someone.
Truth comes out.
Don't confess here. I don't want to have to testify.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go to.
Oh, I thought you were gonna start rapping.
No,
And I'm in the bar.
I went to the bar one day with my car. No. And I ran over 3 people. No.
And I said I didn't do it.
No, I used to be a fatty. Like, I used to be very overweight. Like, really, I used to be obese. And I looked like Angus T. Jones from 2.5 Men.
Oh my god.
I looked
Wow.
exactly like the kid from 2.5 Men. So I would go to bars in North Carolina and just literally, like, tell people I was the kid from 2.5 Men and get free drinks all the time and get all sorts of crap anytime I wanted to. It was great.
That's amazing.
Impersonating a celebrity. That's awesome.
And then,
very
like,
awesome.
I came out here, and I haven't done it here because I don't want to do it here because everyone knows who everyone in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somebody, like, called me out on it, was like, you're that kid. And I'm just like, I didn't say yes, I didn't say no. So he starts buying me drinks, like, man, this is great. Let me get a picture with you.
Oh no.
Next night, he shows up, grabs me by the neck, and is like, don't you ever lie to me again. I was like, dude, I didn't say anything to you. I just said, yeah, that's cool, man.
What are the chances that you'd both be back in that same bar too?
He was a regular, I was a regular. I guess that's bound to happen, right?
Yeah, you don't lie at your local bars. Come on.
You don't do bar lies at your local bars? What?
No. You
Well,
gotta go
I'm
take
like
that
Chloe, and I do
information.
bar lies wherever I go.
He
I
gets
know.
bottle service too
Yeah.
in his
Yeah.
bar lives.
I need
so
to be a part of your bar lies.
I know.
His bar lives gets him places.
Maybe next time.
Your bar lies can end you in jail, boy.
Sorry.
Oh, God, don't make me start talking to the Bane voice.
Yeah, please don't. So
Only
let's
after we have done our special segment can we move into some
use it.
AfterBuzz TV news.
Do you have any?
Yeah, I've got
gossip
some.
for us?
It's not that gossipy, but they wrapped up filming season 2 on Saturday, and they had their wrap party, and all the pictures looked like they had a lot of fun. But since they are done filming, I think James Van Der Beek has time to
He
go on
does.
Dancing with the Stars.
He does, which Dancing with the Stars is going to be probably an issue because we have 18 episodes for this season, but starting in March, Dancing with the Stars is coming on, and they've taken off Apartment 23 from the lineup and have not said when the remaining episodes will air. So, I
Well,
don't know.
maybe we can still get James Van Der Beek for an interview for
Der Beek.
AfterBuzz.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he can dance right here for us.
Let's start
I'm
like
so
a-
determined. He's gonna dance when he
You
comes
got
in.
that.
Start like a Twitter revolution. Hashtag VanderBeek.
VanderBuzz.
VanderBuzz.
Hashtag
Yes.
VanderBuzz.
VanderBuzz.
You guys do it. Tweet
I'm-
with
I'm
that
down with
hashtag.
that. If you're still listening after our
Yeah.
shenanigans, our 2 viewers left out there.
Yeah.
Hashtag VanderBuzz.
And I just want to give another quick shout out to Eve Gordon, who came out and
Yes.
was with us last week. June's mom. She's awesome. Super nice lady. We went and watched her play
So
on
good.
Saturday. She was so
So
funny
good.
in it. It was
So
hilarious.
good.
If you think she's funny on the show, even better in better live is
Yeah.
what I'll say.
And if you're tweeting her, just ask her if she ever got that splinter out of her husband's toe.
Yeah. At Eve Gord.
Yes.
Eve Ford, yeah.
All right. So is that all we have for news and gossip, everyone?
Yes.
Then let's get into some predictions.
I like the eerie music.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so we have one more episode next week before we go on our little holiday hiatus. So, what do we foresee after this episode with James on Dancing with the Stars? Is he still on after? Like, did America still vote him through?
This is the semifinals that he was on with against Karina and Dean, and I think
Oh,
I
missed
think
that part.
that's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's semifinals. So I think next week is I'm guessing this will be the finale. So I think he's gonna do it. I think people vote for the underdog. Everyone loves James, and I think he's gonna capture America's hearts and he's gonna win, or he's gonna move on. Whether he wins the competition or not, he's gonna still be there.
So
So now I'm
sweet.
trying.
For my predictions, It's a little bit cheating. I think I cheat on all of them. But when we saw Eve at her play this weekend, she introduced us to somebody that's playing June's boyfriend on the show. So I'm predicting that June is going to get a boyfriend, at least for an episode or two.
So you're not predicting it. You're just
Well, I'm predicting
saying
it.
it.
If
So you're
it
cheating.
you're
cheating.
saying
Yeah.
some news that you heard.
Yeah, why didn't you say that during news and gossip?
I don't know. It didn't come to me then.
Wow.
Oh,
Sorry.
God.
Well,
Once I called that thought.
That's what she said.
Yeah, there you go.
my predictions, I've been saying this all season, I still want to see June and Mark get it on.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm still seeing
Let's get
that.
it on.
And then maybe in a dream sequence or something, Luther will get a little love from James.
Aw, that'd be
Oh.
nice.
That would be nice.
That'd be
wouldn't
fair.
It? It'd be fair. He deserves it.
He deserves some love from James.
Luther deserves some love from James. He's very loyal. He's like a dog. James, or wow.
Did you just call me James?
Yeah, I did. But you called Annika
Okay.
Tiona
It's a
earlier.
mis-
I
Top
did
of
call
names
Annika
tonight.
Tiona. That sounds. You should be Annika Tiona Michelle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds like a rapper.
Exactly. Now you have to rap.
It's Nicki Minaj's real name is Annika.
Nobody likes her though.
Okay.
That's true.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, so future storyline plots. I can see somebody stealing Luther from James Vanderbeek.
Oh.
my God.
And like having James have to go after Luther to get him back because his new assistant that he replaces him with isn't as good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Something
Scandal.
like that.
I like that.
I still see the whole, if you've listened to earlier podcasts, Chloe taking the Christmas gifts from charity and re-gifting them to her family and stuff like that. I honestly, I don't know what to think. I think that James Van Der Beek, I can't, I have to do the emphasis on the Van Der Beek. I think he actually gets voted through just because they consider it interpretive dance.
Well, I would vote for that if I was watching and I saw somebody do that on the show. I would definitely vote for them.
Like what was that guy's name on American Idol like a few years ago? Was Taj? Was it Saji or
Sanjaya.
Sanjaya?
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
Sanjaya.
He's got, like the mustache and the
Yeah.
long hair.
he stayed longer than his welcome. I think that's gonna be James Van Der Beek.
I agree.
I could totally see him being the Sanjay of DWTS.
Just don't drink tea with a crazy turnip on
I
it.
know.
Right?
So funny.
Angry turnip.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have too many predictions. I'm gonna have to watch the first season during the hiatus because I haven't seen the first season.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's easy. It's only 7 episodes. So
It's still blasphemy for me to be doing the show
I know.
without
Yeah.
seeing
Kind
it,
of
right?
is.
You
You're
guys
lucky we
kinda
let
hate
you
me.
on here.
I am pretty lucky. I think you guys should do a little dance party real quick.
I
in
think
the
we
middle.
should.
Oh,
Do it.
okay.
Oh.
You
Wait.
guys hate
Are
me
we-
so much right now.
Wait, what's
Hang
this
on.
for?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter.
Wait,
Are
our
we-
heads are gonna.
We're dancing. If you're listening,
If you're
dance,
listening,
dance.
Everyone
dance.
in the studio is dancing. You gotta go on
This is-
YouTube and
To
type
watch
It's just
it.
like our
AfterBuzz.
legs on
And then
the
you can leave us
cameras.
comments.
Don't trust the bee.
Also on YouTube, leave us
Oh.
comments about your bar lives because I
Wow.
want to hear those.
And right now, all of their heads are cut off by the camera,
Oh.
so literally,
Drop it low. Drop it low.
Drop it low.
Oh my God.
It's like the holiday party all
you
over
guys are
again,
not
guys.
dancing for Elton John.
I
All right,
know.
Okay.
I'm done with the
In
dancing.
my defense, I took my headphones off and thought it was fast music, so that's why I was off beat for a while there.
Well, I was,
Well,
all right,
I was
I'm
aware
gonna
that there's a
I'm gonna-
podcast.
roll the
yeah,
outro
let's-
theme now.
All right, where can they find you guys on Twitter? Let's
You
just
can-
wrap this.
You can find me at Ikeler, Jikeler.
You can find me at Annika Michelle, ANNIKA_MICHELLE.
I'm at TweetT22, TWEETEE22.
I'm at Stephen Lemieux, at STEPHENLEMIEUX. Okay.
And we will see you all next week.
All right. Woo.
Bye.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.